Hey, good morning. Pastor Mark here, just outside enjoying the weather and breathing. Yes, I'm breathing. Wonderful thing to be able to do, isn't it? Hope you guys are breathing too. Raise your hand if you're breathing. All right, good, good. Well, breathing is really pretty interesting when it comes down to it. We breathe in certain gases into our lungs, and our body does all sorts of stuff with it. It's called a respiratory system. And we're not going to get into all that today. We're going to talk more about the air that we're breathing. You know, air is made up of gases, and all these gases are here because of gravity. Gravity holds all those gases close to the ground so that we can breathe them in. One of the main gases that we breathe in, you might be surprised at this because you're probably going to say oxygen, but it's really nitrogen. Nitrogen is 78% of what we breathe, and our bodies need nitrogen, so we breathe in that nitrogen and our bodies does its thing with it, and 21% is oxygen. That's 99% of everything. Oxygen and nitrogen, 99% of the gases. And of course oxygen is really important. It fills our lungs and we can get energy from oxygen. You know, these plants get energy from the sun. That's a whole different thing, photosynthesis. But we get energy from the oxygen that we breathe. And you know, I got to think, well, what if instead of 21%, what if we had 15%? What would happen? You know, it's almost like climbing a mountain. We don't have too many mountains here. We don't have a chance to go climb one maybe very often. But when you climb up elevation like a mountain, all of a sudden it gets harder to breathe. And you can't seem to get enough oxygen, and if you do that after a while, you get tired and you aren't able to move very quickly anymore, and it gets really difficult. And if you don't get enough oxygen, you can really just pass out. So on the other side of the scale, what happens if it was like 40%? We had a lot more oxygen than we thought we would, and well, 40% oxygen means, well, for a while we'd have lots of energy, we probably could run a lot faster and that kind of thing, but then we'd also have problems like if there's more oxygen in the air, fires would be a real problem. We have a problem with fires now, but if you have twice as much oxygen in the air and the fires feed off the oxygen, scientists say we probably wouldn't be able to put them out. So that's pretty scary. But also inside our bodies, when our cells fill up with too much oxygen, it's almost like filling up a balloon, too much air, and they just pop. And that's not going to be very good for us either. So the 28% is not too much, it's not too little, it's just right. Just like Goldilocks. In fact, that's what the scientists call it. It's Goldilocks effect. And so it's really pretty cool to realize that it's so specifically designed the way it is, and made just so that we can survive and that we can live. There's other cool things about the atmosphere. There's all these different layers of atmosphere, and one of the things is the ozone level, and the ozone is what keeps the dangerous rays away from us. When the sun comes through the ozone, it deflects those rays, and so the ozone's just at the right level away from Earth, and it does just what it needs to do because it's there at the right place. And so it all seems like everything has been designed so well so that the gravity is right, the percentage is right, the atmospheric conditions are right for us to live. So just kick back, take a good breath, and we'll see you next week, and you just keep on breathing.